Hello, welcome to this Klusterbox tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to download and install Klusterbox. Now, usually you can download it, you can get it from the website online, or sometimes I pass out these flash drives. In this case, I'm going to show you how to get it from the website online. You have to go to a URL, open up a browser, and then type in klusterbox.com. Oops. So it's Klusterbox spelled with a K. Enter, and this gives you the Klusterbox homepage. From here, you go to the Downloads tab. On the Downloads page, you scroll down to these two download buttons. The first option is for 32-bit. Select that if you don't know what system type you have. You either have, if you're running Windows, you're either running 64-bit or 32-bit. If you don't know which type you have, just press the 32-bit because that'll work on either type of computer. The 64 bits are the newer types of computers, and that's what I have, so I'm going to download that one. Okay, it's going to ask you if you really want to download it. Press or select Save and OK. And okay, and my file's already downloaded. Sometimes it takes time. Other times, not so much time. So, okay, what you get is a compressed file. You can see that over here. It's compressed zipped file. Okay, now you have to extract that. So right-click, extract all, and extract. And this is your program here. But we don't want to run it in the downloads folder. It's better to move it. So let's close this out. And then you'll see a file folder with the same name as the compressed folder. So we're going to take this one and we're going to move it to someplace else. Like say, in this case, documents. Okay. So I'm going to move this, just drag and drop it into my documents folder. And then you can close the downloads folder and open that. And then from there, this is your executable file. You don't need to do any sort of installing or Klusterbox doesn't install itself. This is it. And then you're ready to run it. Just double click it and you'll get this message, Windows protected your PC. Just click more info and then run anyway. It's going to take a little bit of time to start up. But when it starts up, you should see a little progress bar pop up around here. And but while I'm waiting for that, I'll just tell you that give you caution to make sure you keep these two files together. This KB sub, that folder is where all the information you put into Klusterbox goes. Like when you enter in your carrier information, your rings, everything goes into this folder. So just be sure to keep it in the same folder as your executable. Okay. Now this has popped up. This is the first screen you'll see when you open up Klusterbox. So what you want to do is enter the name of your station, Klusterville, or whatever your station's called, and enter, and then you're ready to start. You select Klusterville and set, and now you're ready to use the program. Just to give you some additional information here, I already told you about these two folders to make sure they're in the same file. Let me close out this program. And then let me close this out too. Okay. So if you want to make a shortcut, all you have to do is just the standard practice. Just go, right click on the application, create shortcut. And then, I already have a shortcut here. Delete this. So you just drag and drop this over here, and then rename it Klusterbox. Enter. Okay, so now you have a shortcut. So wherever you put it, you don't have to keep going into that folder. One other thing is you might have an issue with antiviruses when you're setting up the program. It's not always going to tell you. It depends on what kind of antivirus program you have, but sometimes you can just mess around with it until it works. Or worst case scenario, shut off your antivirus and run the program. But in a lot of cases, I found that I can eventually get it to work just by getting the antivirus to recognize the programmer, declaring it safe, and saying I trust it. But that's different antiviruses work in different ways. I've got Avast antivirus, and I've got some instructions in the help section on how to deal with antiviruses. So that's the end of this tutorial, and thanks for tuning in.